Welcome back to another video where we're going to be talking about activity books. Now, these are some of my best sellers and they are quite complex to make, but through using AI tools, you're able to create high quality books much faster. Now, make sure you watch this full video. So activity books are very popular on Amazon because of their variety of puzzles that you can have in them and that you can target them at different ages. Now, I've been able to make over $5,000 in the past 90 days just from 3 activity books alone. So there's definitely huge potential with these if you can get them right. So in this video, I'll break down the process from research to designing and uploading, just so that you have the best idea about how to create these books. Now, for me, research is the most important part of the process. If you get the foundations right, then it's going to set your book up for success. And for the research part of this process, we're going to be using BookBolt, which makes it very easy. However, if you don't have BookBolt, I'd recommend you check out this video where I show you 3 free research methods that will help you to find profitable niches. So once you sign into BookBolt, what I always do is go to the cloud tool. As this is one of the fastest ways to find niches, you've got an option to search by bestsellers, and I always put it to top 100, and then you can choose the category. Then we can choose activity book. For the BSR range, I like to choose between 1 and 300,000, and then with the price range between $0 and $15. As with activity books, you can charge a higher price if they are quality. If you've got a specific keyword in mind, you can put that in, but for this instance, I just click search, and then it comes back with some results data. So this is perfect to help us make our judgments. So we can see the average price is $7.45 and the average BSR is 16,541, which is very low. So this tells us that activity books are really in demand. And if you are able to create an activity book that has that kind of BSR, then you're looking at 245 sales per month. There's definitely huge potential with these. Then to the right hand side, we've got a keyword count, and a lot of these words are quite useful to use in your back-end keywords and ensure your books will be found. So scroll through the books and just take a note of anything that interests you. So this first one looks interesting. We've got an aeroplane activity book for kids aged 4 to 8. And the main things that I like to look out for is the book in demand? And we can see by the BSR of 1,554, which is very low, that this book is definitely in demand. Then you can go onto Amazon to check the competition for that particular book. So just type in the title into the search bar, and you can see that's actually come back with over 3,000 results, which can be a lot of books to compete with. I usually look for 1,000 or less. However, sometimes you can also take a look through the first page. And one of the things that you'll notice is not every book on this page is actually an aeroplane activity book. And this is why you shouldn't always worry about the number of results too much, even if there is higher than 1,000. But make sure you look at the books with the specific title of the keyword that you search. And we can see that all the BSRs are very low, which is a good indicator. You also want to check if recent books are selling, as that gives new sellers a good indicator that their books can sell. And we can see that this particular book, released on February the 2nd, is selling. And now that we know the indicators to look for, we just need to scroll through the results in BookBolt and find those books that match those indicators. To start creating our activity book, again, we can use a BookBolt. All we need to do is go to the top and make sure we choose the create option, and then make sure we click on BookBolt Studio. Then a screen will load up, allowing you to adjust the settings for your new project. I always like to design with the cover and the interior, and then you can just choose a project name such as activity books. The trim size I like to go for is 8.5 by 11, and then I always go with black and white interior with white paper. Then I go with the bleed option, and regarding the page count, I usually like to have around 40 different activities within my activity book, and then you got to think about the solutions at the back end of the book. Now, not every page will be a puzzle, but it's important to have them extra pages just in case. And you can always delete those pages if you don't use them, and then just click create project. So this is an activity book I've been working on just for this example video. And before you start creating your activity book, some of the things you might want to consider is what type of activities are going to be included in your book. Are these activities going to be sectional, or are you going to have different activities on each page? And your target audience, so you know what type of activities will suit them best. So with my activity books, I like to have different activities on each page rather than creating them with different sections of activities. So for this first page here, when you open up the cover, I've chosen a font that I think matches quite well with the idea, and I've aimed to keep that consistent throughout the activity book. And for the image, I created that using Midjourney, and I've already got several videos regarding Midjourney, so I'm not going to go into it with detail, but just make sure that you're on a paid plan so you have commercial license to sell your images. Then I wasn't too detailed with the prompt to get the image that I wanted, but if you're looking for something specific, then I'll definitely add more to the prompt, and I just chose an image that I liked for the coloring page. I then upscaled it and then further upscaled it using bigjpg.com. Now for some images with specific aspect ratios, you might find that parts of it are cut off, and all you need to do is change the aspect ratio. So here I've just gone with the default aspect ratio, which is 1:1, and then you can see all the images actually fit in on the page. So then you can add as many coloring pages as you want to your activity book. Next, we can take a look at adding word searches, which again we can do in BookBolt with the support of ChatGPT. Now in order to start creating your own word search, just go over to the puzzle section and then scroll down and look for the word search, and then click on that. Then just highlight the specific pages that you'd like your word search to be on. However, just be aware that your word search solutions will come after those pages, so you might need to move them towards the back end of the activity book after. Once you've chosen that, then you've got quite a few options on your screen. I always like to keep the font consistent between the activity books pages, and then the font size for the words that are in the puzzle, and this is for the font size for the words outside of the puzzle. You can also choose their color as well, which I've chosen as black. Then you've got a max words per page, and I've just chosen 8, but it's up to you. Diagonal words, I've chosen yes. Words in reverse, I've chosen no, but I didn't want to make it too complicated for my specific age range. And in terms of the solution highlighter, I've gone with rectangle. It's all kind of basic stuff, but it's really up to you to choose from. And then I've clicked to add a solution after the puzzle. I don't want to use any random keywords if my file doesn't meet the requirements. Just make sure your file has at least 8 words, and then you can at least have 1 word search. And if you want more, then include a lot more words. Then I've clicked no, as I didn't want any clue words. Then in terms of choosing our CSV file, in order to create this, all we can do is just go over to ChatGPT, asked it to provide me a list of words about monster trucks for kids, and it's provided me with quite a lot. You can always ask it just for a specific number and it will do that. In this instance, I only wanted 8, so literally I've just copied and pasted my 8, and then I've put that into Google Sheets. Then you can go over to File, download, make sure you choose the option of a CSV file. Then go back to BookBolt, upload the file as a CSV, and then just click submit. Might have to just rearrange it a little bit and move it into the exact place you want. And if you want to make any changes to any area, you can just right click and then go to edit contents, and then you can make any change that you want. Next, I'm going to quickly show you how to create maze books within BookBolt. So all you need to do is go over to the puzzle section and then scroll down and look for mazes. I have quite a few different options for mazes, so as soon as you see the one you want, just select that, and then on this next page you can choose the stroke width, then the line color, the cells count, and the bleed mode as well. And if you want one template per page, and then as soon as you're happy with everything, just click submit. The puzzles don't come with the solution, but what you can do is just use the draw tool, then duplicate the page and then move that to the back end as the solution. Another option you might want to add is the Sudoku puzzle, and to simply do that, just click on the puzzle section and then you can go down and find the Sudoku, then choose the pages that you want, click next, and then there's quite a lot of settings here. Again, just think about adjusting this puzzle to your target audience, and I've kept the font consistent. You've got the option to change the stroke width and the line color, and then choose the difficulty and the size that you want, as well as the cell color and then the amount of puzzles you want per page. Make sure you tick to add the solution after the puzzles, and then again you can move them to the back end of the activity book so you have all your solutions at the end, and then just click submit. And once it's on your page, you can rearrange it to however you like. This is how you start building out your activity book. The next page after this is another coloring page, and you can just be flexible with the order and the puzzles that you have. I actually think it can be quite fun creating these types of books, and if you have an interest in the area, then you can create something really unique. Again, BookBolt has even extra puzzles that you can include within your activity book. And if you do need support with the process, Jenny Hansen-Lane and I will be running a masterclass on June the 6th, which I'll speak about a little bit more at the end of the video. Now, in terms of the cover, I actually created this within Midjourney, and then I added the title and subtitle, keeping the font consistent throughout the whole of the coloring book, and then just added 2 of the activity page examples at the back and just mentioned that I've got 40 fun activities for kids. But also let me know what you think of the cover in the comment section. So once you finally finished your activity book, then to download it, all you need to do is go to the top, you click download, and make sure you download it as a current project CMYK printed books. This will provide you with a PDF copy of the interior and cover. And to upload your files to Amazon KDP, you just need to go to the website and then choose the paperback option. I've actually created this 10-minute video to help you with the full process. And this walks you through every part step by step with the support of free tools. But with BookBolt, you do get some superior benefits. For example, when using the cloud tool that I showed you earlier, you're provided with this huge list of popular keywords that you can use within the backend keywords when you are uploading a book. And another awesome tool is the Book Scout, and this is going to allow you to take a look at the backend keywords for any book. All you need to do is put in its ASIN, and then you're provided with all the keywords that it's ranking for. So again, you can add some of these to your backend keywords just to ensure that you include all the relevant keywords for your own book, which gives you a much better chance to be ranked and customers to find your book. Now, BookBolt isn't free, and if you want access to the puzzle creation software included, you are able to start a 3-day trial just to test out the software. Then it is $19.99 per month. However, I do have a discount code of 20% off that I'll leave in the description for you to use if you're interested. As mentioned before, me and Jenny Hansen-Lane are running an activity book masterclass. I have tried to show you the steps to create activity book. However, using tools such as BookBolt, they can be a little bit complex at first. So if you want some live training where you can get your questions answered and you'll be provided with rapid time-saving hacks, these books only take me about a day to make. You'll also find out some tips about how to make your activity books stand out. And then you'll also be given tips on how to build a scalable brand. So there's a lot of content that we have for you, and make sure you sign up by June the 5th, and there'll also be a discount code that you can use up until June the 3rd, and that will all be in the description. Look forward to seeing you there, and thanks for watching.